channel where we explore a three-part strategy to achieving wealth and financial freedom. Earn more, spend less, and invest the rest. I'm Sam, this is Chris, and in today's video we are going to be talking all about Dividend Aristocrats. So Chris, get us started. What are Dividend Aristocrats?
Okay, so Dividend Aristocrats are S&P 500 companies that have increased their dividend for the last 25 years.
Okay, and what are some of the advantages to investing in Dividend Aristocrats?
Well, obviously the fact that they've been able to increase their dividend for the last 25 years means that they're a fairly good company. They're all blue chip stocks, and that makes them a little bit less volatile when the markets are acting a bit crazy. So
when should you invest in them?
Well, you always want to invest in them when you can get them at a discount to fair value. But they are a great play for anybody who is trying to just supplement their income with a consistent, constant stream of dividends.
Okay, and when it comes to Dividend Aristocrats, are they going to be around forever? What's happening with them from the bigger picture, like from the market point of view?
Well, generally they do last, but you have to remember that every year there are some Dividend Aristocrats that are moved from the list because they just weren't able to keep up. They weren't able to keep increasing their dividend. The truth is, companies, even great companies, they aren't great forever. So you have to keep that in mind. You have to look at the next 10 years or longer. We're long-term investors, so we have to focus on the future and see that, really have confidence that these companies are going to be great, not just in the next year, but in the next 10 years or 20 years.
Are there any disadvantages to investing in a Dividend Aristocrat?
Well, the fact that they're paying out a lot of their earnings means that they're not able to reinvest it for growth. So they generally underperform the S&P 500. But like I said, you are going to get that consistent income from the dividends, and to a lot of people, especially on fixed income, after retirement, that's a good thing for them.
So you mentioned that sometimes companies get bumped off the list. Are there other categorizations for these types of dividend providing companies?
Well, there's certain size requirements that they have to be a Dividend Aristocrat. Like I said, they have to be in the S&P 500. Now, there's also a list called Dividend Champions. These are companies that have, just like the Dividend Aristocrats, have increased their dividend for the last 25 years, but they're not necessarily S&P 500 companies. There's other lists as well that go along with Dividend Aristocrats. There's Dividend Kings, which are companies that have actually paid increased dividends for the last 50 years. There's only a handful. I think in 2020 there's about 16 companies that are classified as Dividend Kings. There's also Dividend Contenders. So these are companies that have increased their dividend for the last 10 years and are kind of heading the way towards being a Dividend Aristocrat. So if you're looking for dividend investments, these are all good lists to start. But like I said, because they're fairly consistent, stable companies, you don't get them at a discount very often. So you have to keep an eye on them, put a price on them to where you think is a fair value, and then just keep an eye on them over the long term, and eventually you might get a chance to buy them at a discount. Okay,
awesome. That's all great information. And with that, we will see you next time. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, be sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. Remember, earn more, spend less, and invest the rest. And we'll see you next time.